First step, it's getting on the trainer after the race. Light spinning on a stationary trainer at very low intensity. So I'm talking 100 to 150 watts. This gives us a gradual reduction from race pace to easy spinning and then rest. It's like going down through the gears in your car, getting back to recovery. You want to be doing this for around 20 minutes, depending on your race intensity and duration. Why? Well, there's a few reasons to do this. Metabolic clearance is, to my mind, the main reason. Light activity helps clear lactate and metabolic byproducts from muscles more effectively than complete rest does. So the active recovery, that spinning, it maintains blood flow, which helps you to flush out waste products that are accumulated during those high intensity efforts. There's also this idea of cardiovascular transition, where a gradual reduction in intensity, it helps prevent pooling in the legs, and it helps the cardiovascular system transition from race intensity back to resting intensity safely. Muscle function is also another reason. Gentle movement prevents muscles from seizing up and maintains flexibility. Thermoregulation also does matter depending on the environment. It helps the body to return to its normal homeostasis, like gets back to normal temperature. And this is especially important in hot conditions, summit finishes when you've gone to the absolute limit. So you're on the bike warming down, and that's a part of the puzzle, but you also need to think about replenishing sugars. You've burnt through a lot of glycogen stores during the race or a hard training session, and replacing them is time sensitive. So our second step in this little framework, this is our refueling window. Glycogen resynthesis and muscle repair accelerate when carbs and protein arrive early. So what does this mean? You've got like 15 to 20 minutes to get that recovery drink into you. A commercial recovery drink will do just fine. Chocolate milk also works great. You're aiming to have something with a carb to protein ratio in around 4-1. I had a really long conversation, 2 hours or so, with Dr. Sam Impey on the podcast about this. We really break down the details of glycogen reuptake. I'm going to link that below in the description because it's thoroughly worth watching. It's over on the YouTube channel. The next step is, and this is a recent addition to the stack, this is a cherry drink. Studies show that cherry tart juice can significantly reduce muscle soreness, like delayed onset muscle soreness, and speed recovery between training sessions or stage races. Riders weren't doing this a few years ago. We've only seen this appearing into the recovery stack in the last few years, and it's the strange red juice that you see appearing on finish lines around the world. Step 4, this is probably quite intuitive, but maybe you don't know why you do it. It's layering up, adding scarves on, jacket on, woolly hat as fast as you can. Thermal control is what the sciencey word for this is, but in reality, we cool down super fast, especially if it's windy, if it's rainy, and we want to get those layers on really fast to protect immune function, but also just be more comfortable after the race. We have those 4 steps, and I like to think that those steps, if you execute on them, they're greater than the sum of their parts. There is an overarching, to my mind anyway, purpose of having this ritual. And it's all about nervous system downshifting. Small, consistent rituals help you shift from sympathetic race mode to parasympathetic recovery mode. And that should be our overarching goal with this recovery process. The sequence of this stuff, it matters a little bit. You usually do see the riders executing quite a specific sequence. So recovery nutrition happens first straight away. So as soon as a rider crosses the finish line, you'll see them grabbing a recovery drink, and this could be paired with that cherry tart drink that I talked about as well. Next, it'll be the warm layers to prevent that chill, and then they'll move on to the active cool down, that 15 to 20 minutes, whether it's riding back to the bus or the hotel or it's jumping on the turbo trainer. Later in the day, people will start to emphasize hydration as well and replenishment of salts, but that'll be based on body weight, heat, duration, sweat loss, and it'll be very individualized. This 4-step framework, it is very science-backed, and almost all the major World Tour teams will adhere to this 4-step framework for recovery. But then we will see that some of the big riders, they do have small variations in where they put the emphasis within this recovery or additions to that. For instance, if we look at Pogacar's post-race routine, we'll see Poggy likes a very consistent routine, stable, rarely deviates at all. That's why I think this overarching idea of shifting back into recovery mindset matters more than the actual steps that we execute. Poggy rarely deviates from it. And mental decompression is very much a part of his post-race routine. He is a creature of habit. He likes his recovery protocol laid out and then executed